What is going on, everybody? McLean's Peace Out World Champion coming at you, and we're here with our boy Law again, and I'm putting together what, at least for me, probably pretty close to like my final build. I'm having a lot of fun with this, just having a lot of pieces and everything. Back into one Restand Law, just because I was doing some IRL stuff and hit like an insane combo with Restand Law and Hawkins, which was really fun being able to attack with him like 3 times. It was nuts. So rocking with this because it's just really fun if you're able to pull it off, but also, either of the cards on their own with some other card combos you get out are very fun as well. Overall, cards I think you can switch out. If you don't like these 2 Capones, you can get rid of those for sure. If you want to go up to 4 Zeus or mess around another kid or whatever, I think pretty much these two, you can kind of, is your call what you want to go for. And then the numbers here too with the 17 Law, Hody, and Kid, you can adjust those as well, depending on what you want to do with everything there. But outside of that, everything else feels pretty good. Able to put stuff together when you're able to see it, especially with the amount of like searches and stuff we have now. It's very cool to be able to find your pieces to put together like a consistent like end game to set things up. And yeah, I've been enjoying Law quite a bit. Deck feels awesome. It's super fun to play once you get the combos and stuff down. So we'll jump into a couple games and see how everything goes. Alright, we got some blue-purple Luffy action. We have a okay hand. I don't have any searches though, but we could. We're gonna try it because we can go Capone into Bonnie and then go from there. So we'll see what happens here. And so we have plenty of searches that we can hopefully draw into, and we'll go from there. So okay, I was not expecting to see this guy here, but. Alrighty, interesting. It's a fancy little tech card for Luffy, but alrighty. If I'm taking this one, so we get Bonnie here, okay. Then we get Kid, so that's good as well. So alright, we'll drop this, use card action. We get the Restand Law, okay. Well, we can hit a fun combo here then. So let me put our man Hawkins here, and then I'm going to return this, put this out, because again, I know they have that God Thread card that people run, so keeping Capone out, because if they target this instead, that'd be fine for us to just get him back over here. And then we can kind of go from there. So, alright, they're dropping down Zoro. Works for me. And then, alright, if they're only attacking here, we'll counter out with a 2K here. So we can do that there, and then okay, and we draw into Hody. Things are looking up for us because they don't have any ramp either, so we're chilling on that front as well. All right, well, let's put one here, attack him here, see what they do. So if they do that, I could do Bonnie again off in this into this Bonnie potentially. We could, I guess we could do that, or I could just load up attack here. All right, let's just put 2 on here. We'll attack them 8 on 6. See what they do with this. Okay, the Thunder Bagua to get a ramp. Alrighty. And then, well, same deal. Use card action. We'll take this. Ooh, we get Cav. Do I want to freeze a Dawn on them, or do I want to? Because I could go Cav. We could bounce this back, and then replay, and then I have this for next turn. All right, let's do this here. We'll return this, play this, and then I can restand the 2, and then we can replay Capone here. So we're going to do all this, and then we are low on life, so we'll have to be aware of that. But next turn, I might just hard drop the Restand Law with either of these 2 to see what they do. Because if they drop Katakuri, we could potentially get rid of him with like Hawkins or somebody. Okay, or they're dropping Nami instead. Alrighty. So they do that. I could make a really crazy play next turn with this. we drop this, bounce this back, replay it to get this here, and then put Restand Law there. Then have our 1 here. It could be something wild. Something wild we could test out. But it just depends on, I guess, what they do here. So they're putting 2 on. I guess I have to, if I wanted to do that, we'll have to block. We'd have to block with our 2 Bonnies here. And then I wouldn't be able to do this. We're going no, and then, yeah, I'll do that anyway. So we're going to have to change the game plan here, and then we'll block there. But, okay. We get that going there. So how do I go about this? Because I could just drop this, and then we attack with Cavendish here. Get something out of their hand, and then I can load up here. That might be our best play. Unless I want to do... I might want to try that out as well. Because I could put 3 on here, attack him here. Well, clear this, and then attack him there. Drop the Restand Law. And then restand this again, attack here. Thinking that might work. Okay. Attack him 9 on 4 here. With Hawkins, because Hawkins will get the restand. Alrighty, and then we'll attack him here 9 on 4, or 9 on 6. So we can do that. Alrighty, and then see what they got here. Okay, and then we can do this. Restand him here. And then I'll attack him there, get back 2 Don here. So we do that. I'll put 1 here. We'll attack him again. Alrighty, and then we'll put our last one here. And then attack him 10 on 6. So that way, if this is Gung Gum Giant, if they use it, we can get them down. And then they still have to trash an additional card off in their stuff and everything. And then we have Hody for next turn anyways. So, okay, we get them down there. They leave this and this, so we'll see what they play. And then, yeah, we can just kind of go silly with a Hody, Hawkins, Cav combo here potentially. But we'll see what they do. Because they're at the 10, so they're throwing down this and the Katakuri. Okay. I am fine with that. And yeah, because this kind of limits their options of having an attack here. And then we can sack this Cavendish anyways. Or they're attacking me. Okay. Well, we'll just do that because we're going to be going for it all. Because, yeah, we can throw down Hody next turn. Alright, so, yeah, we'll go Hody, rest this here. Going to attack them there to get these back. Alright, and then we'll attack them here. Alright, and then I'll attack them again here. Okay, so they do that. And then, yeah, we were good there. I would have just swung 6 here. We would put the 4 on Hody to hit him with a 12 at the end. And, yeah, nothing they could do there. Able to put him in quite the spot. I was pretty much just going to try to wear him down, too. If they would have countered out of this 6-1, then I would have probably gone Hawkins. Because then it would have put him in a crazy spot. If they would have blocked, he gets the resend anyways. So, able to do a little combination with, yeah, our cards here and pull it off. Alright, we got the green purple Luffy here. I don't have any searches. I have our 2 Zeuses though, which is a card that's pretty decent in this matchup. But go again out, try to find a search. We're able to grab the Bonnie here. So we'll see what we can find. We have Cav. I'm looking for. We need a 1 cost Capone. That'd be very helpful for us. And then we need to kind of go into some other stuff as well. So I have this. We'll grab Bonnie for later. And then I need to hit the search here. So, all right, there's our 1 drop Capone. Now I'm just missing our 7 cost Law. And then we'll be in business here because we're going first. So next turn I can go Cav into Capone into either of these two. So we can mess around with our stuff there. So they're at 4. Pretty much next turn, assuming they're going to have the Sanji pudding. So we'll just have to get ready for that. But have Hody, if we can get him down to 0 to finish him off and go from there. And okay, they'll drop in the Rush Zoro. So that kind of stinks. Nothing I can do about that. So, but they're using main ability now. Okay, interesting. It was okay, so they can do that. All right, I was gonna be like not expecting that. All right, we draw to the Law anyway, so that works for me. We can drop this down here, restand our 2. I'll put 1 here, and then I'll just attack them here, try to get a 2k out of their hand. So they sack that, okay, and then we can drop this, take our top life here. I will throw Bonnie here, and then we're gonna do this, and then I could freeze them off in the Dawn here, so they can't play Sanji Pudding next turn. So we'll do that. Since they went aggressive with their leader ability, we can put them here, get them off in the curve that they wanted to do, and then next turn we can go into Law, potentially. I don't have anyone to bounce back, is like the only problem. So there's the Sanji Pudding. But depending on how this turn goes, I might need to use him just to heal as well. So, alright, if I'm taking 1 here, okay, we get Zeus. Which, since they don't have stage, may come in handy next turn after they drop that Sanji Pudding. So, that could be a fun combo for us to put stuff together. Okay, interesting. We get Capone, cool. So I can, yeah, I'll be able to drop him later as well. And then, all right, throw down this here. We'll put, I guess we'll just throw Bonnie there for now. We'll do this. And then I'll swing here, restand 2. Try to get a bunch of cards out of their hand here if we can. And then swing at 2 again. 6 on 5, see if we get another one out. So they do that as well. Okay, and then we'll pretty much just do the same thing here. So attack him again here. Get rid of that, cool. And then we can throw down the Capone here. And then we'll just call it good. Because they're only at the 5. Because they've been, yeah, playing very aggressive with leader ability. So that gets them here. And then next turn, we can do, oh dang, all right, never mind, they got the stage. Was going to play around with some stuff here. So, all right, if I'm taking this one, see what they do here. I'll block this, because again, I can just start cycling Law as well. So we can mess around with that. Or we just get another Law, so that works too. So things you'll love to see, that. We'll drop this down. I'll put, because it doesn't super matter what we do, I'll just throw this here, put 1 here. Alright, we'll attack here so we can get our 2 back. Then again, I'm fine with just kind of like slowly starving them out of cards in hand here as well. Because they're going to be at 6 next turn. So, alright, they do that. I just need the 2 for this here. So we'll put 1 here. And I'll attack him here. So they take that. Alright, cool. Attack him here then. Alright, and then we'll rip him for a 9 on 6. To do that there. Okay, they get the search, and then we'll throw down this. We get to trash a card. Out of our options, well, we can make a very spicy combo next turn with Hody and Restand Law. So I'll keep our 2Ks. We'll do that. Okay. We're going to be in an actual insane spot here to be able to do some crazy stuff. So Restand Law plus Hody with Cav on the board with both of these is going to be nuts. So I just need the 1 life for us to pull it off. So we'll be chilling there. Yeah, fine with taking this. Then, yeah, if they swing. All right, they're not swinging. Okay. So they're leaving up all of these here. Well, I could just do... I mean, we can just do... there's a bunch of stuff I can do then. Because they have all this stuff here. If I played Hody, we're leaving up the 2, I guess, just in case for me to go for a Hody. So I could just do a refill then. And we wait a turn. So let me attack him here. See what they do. See what they do here. Because if they're trying to extend the game, we can do a better job of it. Because I have plenty of stuff to be able to like wear them down with. So, okay. They do that. We'll return this, leave that there. And then we'll drop this here. We can put this back here, put another one here. And then I'll just attack them here. Get these. Alright, and then I can attack him 8. It's pretty much just wear them out of cards in hand, and then because I know I can survive another turn here. So there's a second Gum Gum Giant. Okay, so fine with that. Put another one here. We can do another 8. So they get rid of those there. Okay, and then we'll put one on here. Rip them for a 10. Get them down to the last one. All right. So here we go. A little law cycling action. Them doing this. They're throwing down the Zoro. Okay. Well, we're chilling. Because again, we filled back up here and I have 2Ks stored. We're not going to be able to do our fun combo though that I wanted to do. But it is what it is. We'll go no. I'll do this. And then, yeah, there's something I can do now. So we're kind of chilling here. So, okay, well, if they want to attack, I guess, yeah, makes them feel good. But, yeah, if they ever leave up stuff there, and if you have the laws on the board, well, you can extend the game better than they can by just bouncing this guy back and then refilling your life if they're going to try to play around the Gum Gum Giants and leave up multiple Don. If they're trying to play around Hody, that's like at least the best counter of being able to kind of bounce things back. And then just refill your life up until, especially if you know you can set up like an endgame combo. They are on they don't have like too much. And yeah, we're able to get rid of 2. So you can play that there. And then obviously once they get down in Dawn, being able to drop Hody to just go for it anyways would have worked. So able to put it together there. I'm a bit sad we didn't get to do our crazy combo. I would have loved to, yeah, do this with drop Hody, rest. Do all that stuff. I guess we could have probably still tried it. It would have been close, but didn't want to risk it. Just make sure we could close it out.